Oh my goodness. Oh goodness gracious. Goodness gracious me. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious me. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, good morning, Shimei. How you doing? How's everybody doing this morning? It is Camo Dave SATURDAVE show. It's our first SATURDAVE show back in beautiful Morganton in a couple weeks. Yeah. Oh my. Good morning, Doxinator. Hello, Tim. I've just been busy. I've been doing a lot of things this morning, kind of housekeeping here on the computer. And so I haven't been, I don't know. I just kind of, the show, it must go on. That's right. I should wear a better shirt for today's show. What do you think? Hey, Street Life. I'm going to do that. I'm going to wear a better shirt. Hold on. Hold on. I thought, I need a better shirt. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. It's better. I like this better. I'm going to wear something a little more colorful. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. How you doing? Tape Deck Hero. Yeah. Where's something military? It gets tongues wagging. Yeah, I don't know. That's an old, okay. What is it? I don't know. Half the guys in Morganton are wearing camo these days, Oh, he wears camo. It's like you can't even wear like a, I don't know. It's just crazy. Camo, rappers wear camo. Hunters wear camo. Half the people in Morganton are wearing camo. Oh, are you trying to pretend you're in the military? I don't know. Sarah Cox, good morning to you. Beauregard Rippey. I bet he did. Yeah, you're his spy, aren't you, Mr. Rippey? That's right. So how's everybody doing this morning? We're a tube top. I don't have any tube tops or what do they call it? A shirts or wife beaters. I don't wear those. Stolen valor. I was in the Cold War. I was a spy in the Cold War. I was a boy spy. I was sent behind the enemy lines. That's right. That's right. You wear camo. Good Lord. Everybody's got to make it's I get it. Putting Camo Dave in your subject line will get you a few extra views. I am I should get a t-shirt. I am clickbait. See, Nampanana's wearing your camo jammies. Is that stolen valor? Good morning, King Kino. How are you doing? Shimei, Doxy, and Nampa. Yeah. So it's kind of been interesting being back here in the homestead for the last week. I have enjoyed it. Just kind of getting everything together. I really had a great time last week with Brian. We did. We had a wonderful time. I have to say. So anyway, let me pull that. Make a few changes on the computer. Doxinator Susie Q. So yeah, a lot of interesting stuff. Not a lot of interesting stuff going on in YouTube this week. Again, we're all sending our prayers out for Camper Van Kevin's dog Tucker. I don't know, man. That is something, things you don't think about, things you just don't think about when you're, who would think of that? I don't know. I hope the dog's okay. We really hope Tucker's okay. Kevin's been through such a lot this year. It's been crazy. And, I don't know, number of folks that were telling me you got to be really super careful about when you buy an old RV or a used RV to make sure, and you have a pet, make really, really sure. Thing to note, okay? If you buy a used vehicle, particularly an RV, and you have pets, make super sure it's been cleaned thoroughly, because there could be some rat poison and stuff in there. Mice and rat poisons. It's all over the place. I remember when I lived at the condo there in Northern Virginia, we were right across the street from a whole bunch of restaurants, and there were those black boxes you see all over, down on the ground level there by the gutters and stuff. Those were, that had the rats would come in, and then every now and then you'd get in your car in the parking lot and there'd be a dead rat laying there by your car. What is the status of the car wash? Fishing and Picking, it is still there. It's still there. I'm going to go over there again. I got to go over and mail some more packages out later this tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but Monday, and I will do some filming. But it's just, we haven't gotten a lot of rain here lately, so we are supposed to get some rain maybe later today. So I'll see. Maybe it'll wash the car wash away. The one thing that Morganton does not lack is car washes. We do have a number of car washes in town, so if that one goes away, yeah, he did it. I know. I don't know. You want to talk about Eric Derrick? What do you say? I think he's just kind of. You know what I think? I think it's maybe time for a change for him. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things in life where I think it's just time to kind of like hitting 40 years old. Maybe it's time to change gears a little bit. I just get the impression that. Here's what happens. Here's what I think happens on YouTube. You become a slave to your YouTube channel, okay? You start out thinking, okay, I'm going to just do this YouTube channel, have some fun. Then you start making some money on it. And then you get to the point where you become a slave to it, okay? And, okay, I made X amount of dollars this month. I want more money next month. I want more money next month. I got to increase the revenue and increase the views. And it gets to the point where you kind of become a slave to the channel, And, all you're doing is, what am I going to put on my channel today? And after 5 or 6 years, you just run out of what else can you say? It's like being a painter. I don't know. You paint so many things. I don't know, how many times can you paint a tree and a cow? You know what I'm saying? We've heard a number of rumblings through the Camo Dave Army that, Eric Derrick does have a new cat. So 2 cats now. I don't know how Jax Jinx will like that. We have heard rumblings of that. I don't know. I can't confirm it. But people are the tongues are wagging. The tongues are wagging. Rat poison, little Adam. You got to be careful with that stuff, okay? You get, dogs and cats. And you got, the other thing is lawn chemicals, man. All these people in the suburbs have beautiful lawns, like the Doxinator, big, beautiful green lawns. And, you put all this crap on the lawn, and then the dogs get it on their paws and they lick it. My sister had a dog and it was only like 5 years old, and it got cancer and died. And the vet said it probably was, they lived in a neighborhood where everyone's putting, lawn chemicals on everything, and the dogs lick their paws and clean them, and they get that in them, and then they get horrible. It's horrible, Unstumbled Morgan is a new Lou. I saw that. Yeah. Content. I'm going to do a video on, toilet paper. And then I'm going to do a video on, I don't know, man. It is true. Unstumbled Morgan is one of those people. It's just like, you've got to have the, what else can I do with content? I got, what can I do now? I've done everything, So what do you think about that, Brian? Then Brian would go, yeah, Dave, yeah. See, I miss having somebody else here with me. I was enjoying that. My chemicals are non-toxic. That's good. They do have lawn services that are more pet friendly, okay? They don't use the real nasty stuff, which is good. Good morning, John Sweet. How are you doing? Frugal Aquatics. Is there a particular reason why she has to show me how to pee instead of just jumping out of the truck and going? Yeah, I don't know. BB said, yeah, I did hear that one, Beauregard Rippey, that Mr. Bugatti, he actually was reaching, I thought, for something, and you do, and that's one thing you've got to be careful of, especially if it's dark in your vehicle and you have a bottle for your pee bottle, if you, that's one of the worst feelings in the world, isn't it? To be stuck in traffic and then have to pee real bad. And what do? You have your pee bottle, and then, Knock, knock, Shrek. How you doing? Attila's wife got arrested after what? Who's Attila? Attila the Hun? Sue, I don't know if I'm going to buy a van. It is certainly in the realm of possibilities. I am trying to, save up some money. That is one of my goals this year, is to have a nice little pile of money. People are saying, hey, we help out your channel, Dave. We like your channel. We throw you a few bucks now and then. But, what are you spending it on? Well, I'm in a saving mode right now, and I'm trying to save up some money for, little Adam, is kind of falling apart. A van is definitely in the realm of possibilities. Okay. I would like to be able to do overnighters or something like that. When I drive up to see my sister in Northern Virginia, I'd like to be able to say, okay, I'll do it in 3 days, right? I've got a friend that's buying a house in Martinsville, Virginia, and I'll stop at his place for a night, and then maybe stop in Charlottesville for a night, and then, divide the trip up. And maybe if I go out to Nashville, I stop in Pigeon Forge, and now, you can do it in a motel or something like that. But it'd be nice to have a vehicle where you have a mattress in the back, and you can always use that as a possibility. Is your volume low? I don't know. Is anyone else here having trouble with my volume this morning? I don't know. I don't have a volume adjustment on this laptop, so I turn up the volume. Down there in the settings there's a little thing you can turn up the volume. Maybe it's your ears. Maybe you need to get your I don't know. Let me take the return feed here and see how it's coming out. Good day, Morgan. Is Morgan here? There she is. Unstoppable Morgan. We got Unstoppable Morgan here. Oh, wow. My goal this year is to have a nice pile of money. Ha ha, me too, Dave. Well, that's it. I need to save up for stuff. I don't want to extend. I don't want to have to do credit. I don't want to get a car loan. That's a ripoff. You end up paying through 2 to 3 times the price for something. Oh, just get a loan, and it'll be 38% and you'll pay it off in 7 years. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to get on the bill wheel. I want to have a pile of money that I say, okay, maybe it's $10,000 or $15,000. And I want to get a used vehicle. I don't want to get something new. And I want to have some money to, save it up, and then you go buy something, I don't want to do the credit thing, Anyway, you need to get one of those new Broncos, Morgan. That's what you need to get. You're getting a check. Yeah, Spencer Davies. I do enjoy Morgan. She's got a good channel. We enjoy her. Florida. I don't know about Florida though, man. You got to get out of Florida. It's getting soupy summer. Florida's nice in the wintertime, but once you start getting into spring and summer, man, it's thunder. It's just too many thunderstorms and bugs. Brian Everett in Columbus, Ohio. Wow, he's up early this morning. It's 9:40. Yeah, I was looking at his town there in Ohio there. There's a good gyro place in his little town there near Columbus. And there's also a early television museum there. Holy cow. Isn't that neat? Car wash is what it's about. Smart man. Oh, cash is what it's about. That's right. I was car wash. Cash is what it's about. That's right. You know what? In the credit thing, I've been in that. I got in the bill wheel when I was at my condo back in Northern Virginia years ago. And you get in the credit card debt, and then it just sinks you. It just literally sinks you. I have 2 cards now with very low, rates on. Very low credit limits on them. So I only use them for, because I don't want to be carrying cash everywhere I go. Especially with the V around, you don't want to be spending cash and getting coins and. So I just flash the card, but I pay it off every month. I don't carry a balance on it, and it's only for convenience sake. But cash is where it's at. That's right. Hey, Brian Heffernan, Unstoppable Morgan's here. Onward through the fog. It's time to get out of Florida. Too many people in Florida now. You know, you got to get north now. Move north into the beautiful, the spring is coming. It's warming up. RV Rebel Girl has a house payment now with her new van. Yeah. That's true. You know, and it's like, what is, you look at Nomadic Fanatic. I mean, good Lord, he's got the house. He's got, 2 vehicles. Did he pay cash? I know he didn't pay cash for the RV. That's that buy here, pay now. That whole reason you buy there is because they finance it, and so, he's obviously paying money every month on that. And you start piling up okay. Yeah, and that's what I call the bill wheel. Every month you get the same bills again. And no matter what you do, there's always got to be a certain bill wheel. Okay, you live in an apartment, there's always the rent every month, the power bill every month, the car insurance, everything just keeps popping up every month. And then you start putting more and more stuff on the bill wheel. Okay, the car payment, and then a payment for this and a payment for that. And the credit cards, how many cards you got? You got payments for them every month. And then all of a sudden your bill wheel becomes this giant crushing tire. You're like, and then you get done the month. Okay, the month of March is over and you made it. You paid all your stupid bills. Yay! And then here comes April. It's like they're all over. They keep coming at you. Where should Morgan go next? Any suggestions for Morgan? Georgia. Just go north. I would. What? I was watching that Hemingway thing. There was that Ken Burns Hemingway thing on PBS this week. Ernest Hemingway. Wouldn't it be cool if we could get some nomads to go down to Cuba? Wouldn't that be cool? And now we have no idea. We've seen people in Cuba. We've seen Baldwin Bankrupt with his girlfriend down there in Cuba. Was it last year or something? I would love to see some nomads if they could somehow get down to Cuba and take their RVs, or do they have RVs in Cuba? Do the whole Cuban camping thing. It's a big long island. I mean, really, you don't realize how big Cuba is. If you put Cuba, to go from one end of Cuba to the other is like going from Atlanta to Boston. I mean, it's a big island. Okay, it's not one of those tiny little islands that you see on the Eastern Caribbean. It's a big honking island from east to west. Wouldn't that be cool? The Outer Banks would be good, John Sweet. The Putter Banks. Betty Smith. Go somewhere where everybody hasn't gone. I don't know. I would love to see some nomads do Eastern Canada. Now, again, it's not going to be possible this year because Canada still doesn't allow tourists to go up there. But I would love, Newfoundland, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia. I think that would be so cool. Now, Morgan was up in Maine even in the winter, so she was almost there back then. The Cuba sign in Key West. Yeah. Damn spell check. Yeah, it's a big island from east to west. Yeah, it's easily the biggest Caribbean island, and if you look at it compared on a map, yeah, it's a long way. But it would be so cool to see somebody like driving across Cuba. Now, your internet. That's another thing you would have being a YouTube nomad. Your internet sucks down there. You're not going to get internet. So you're not going to be able to, put your videos up. So that would be a big, you have to, but they have, it's still like dial up down in Cuba these days. So you're not going to be able to do that. So that would probably, if you could do it and then post it all when you get back, but you're not going to be able to do internet. And, they just don't have the networks down there. I don't know. Puerto Rico. Okay. Do Puerto Rico, part of the U.S. They have cell phone service. You don't have to, don't need a passport to go there. Puerto Rico would be a cool place. It's not a teeny tiny island. I think that would be cool. I don't know. Where else could you go that we haven't seen a lot of nomads go? Anybody got any? Hang out with Van City Van Life. Yeah. You got to find Dave 2D. Find where Dave 2D is and take him in for a while. And maybe you and Dave 2D, Morgan and Dave 2D could do something together for a while. I don't know. Where is Dave 2D now? Anybody know? No fear to track. Never carry credit card debt except 0 APR promotion cards. They get zeroed before any interest periods. Yeah, it's right. Yeah. Anyway. Beth, the second letter. Chrome Advanced City Van Life does a great job. Oh, I do enjoy Chrome. I think his channel's just getting a little too slick, though. You know, I don't know. I would like to see him shake it up a little bit. I realize, you know, I would love to see Chrome get into the United States of America and do something here. You know, I would, you know, yeah, Chrome go to Alaska or something, you know. Hey, there you go, Morgan. How about Alaska? You know, spring is coming. Maybe you could hang out with Hobo Shoestring there in Seward. Brian got his bike out of storage, going for a long ride today. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That sounds good. You know what you need to do, Brian? Drive on back down to North Carolina. Get on the bike and go, let's see, Ohio. Go. You know what would be nice? The Blue Ridge Parkway. You know, some nomads just do the entire length of the Blue Ridge Parkway, like maybe 5 or 10 miles a day. You know, that would take you a month or two, couple months. I'm trying to get Dave to let me pick him up. I think, yeah, Dave, are you watching? Dave 2D. He should, Morgan, you know, they were both up there in the Wisconsin, Michigan area back in the winter. And, you know, I don't know where, you know, Dave 2D is obviously undercover. He's probably got a, you know, a funny mustache and he's wearing, you know, hat and, you know, dark face covering. I don't know. Anyway. Yes, he is Canadian. His channel is Six String Brian. Oh. Be safe, Brian. Yeah, Brian, be very careful. Drive safely. I don't know. What was that song, Lou Reed? New Sensations? Was that driving his motorcycle around? That's a good motorcycle thing. The other thing I've heard, hey, James Rockford's here today. How you doing, Mr. Rockford? Let me punch up the return feed here so I can see him. That's right. Anyway, Hobo Chowdery, one of the best parts of the Blue Ridge Parkway is from Lynchburg to Roanoke. Yeah. I've done part of the Blue Ridge Parkway down around North Carolina. This part, what was it, from about Asheville up to kind of like Boone, Banner Elk, that little chunk there. But again, I've only skimmed through there. I'd love to you could spend weeks just doing that little segment. But yeah. Roanoke, Lynchburg. We were driving through Lynchburg. Jerry Falwell University there. Lynchburg's a pretty town. It's a very pretty town. Yeah, I don't know. Dave 2D, contact Morgan. She'll put you undercover. She'll put makeup on you, and you know, so you can kind of blend in, and nobody will know who you are. Man. It's easy to get lost in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Yeah, that's a good place to hide out. He's already in a good place to hide out, right? See, he probably wouldn't have to go too far. No, and people aren't going to go. Is someone going to go all the way up to Upper Peninsula of Michigan and find him? Oh, yeah. So anyway, we're hoping Kevin's dog's okay. I don't know. You know, again, we were getting into that thread there. Buy a used RV, you know, that may be parked out for a while. Who knows how long it's been sitting there. Someone's put some rat or mice poison in it, you know, down in the bottom of the cabinets, you know, down on the floor somewhere, or maybe under the vehicle, you know, and just to make sure that, you know, critters aren't going to get up in the vehicle and chew up the wiring and stuff. And then you got to worry about, you know, you buy the vehicle and you don't even think about that. And then you put your dogs in it and one of them finds one of those little containers or something. You know, they're little black containers that have little holes in them so the mice or rats can get in them. And I don't know. I just honestly hope that wasn't what happened to Kevin's dog, Tucker. That's just really nasty. Dave 2D is hiding out with RV Joey. Hey, I wonder if has Morgan ever met RV Joey? Morgan and Joey? Whatever happened? RV Joey keeps doing that. She'll pop up, do a week or two, a month or two of videos, and then just vanishes again. You know, she was getting her house set up there in the Upper Peninsula, Michigan, not too far from Dave 2D. I was doing all these videos every day about getting the stove and finding her old vehicle. And then, boop, she goes silent. And she stays silent for 6, 7, 8 months and then pops back up again and then does 2 or 3 videos a day for about a month and then just disappears again. I don't know, man. I don't know. Surface spray, yeah. Frugal Aquatics, it could be that too, you know. I don't know, you know. What were we talking? We saw Story Chasing Amber, who's also down in Florida. And she was talking about, was it her? No, who was it? No, Carolyn's RV Life. We had Carolyn's RV Life. I forget, the video was from Wyoming or someplace that she'd done over the fall. And she talked about how her dog, Sadie, was eating mice, chewing up mice. And that's another problem because the mice can get into some of the traps and get some of the poison in them. And then the dogs chew the mice and get some of that stuff in them too. So there's like a food chain there. You got to be real careful. I don't know if I'd let my dog just run around and eat mice. You know, I don't know, especially if you're in an urban area because it's crazy. Hey, Sue Kelly, I've seen pack rats grab that poison and bring it to their little nest. And I had a cat that ate a mouse from a neighbor that had poison. Needless to say, she doesn't have poison around anymore. My sister had a dog, really nice dog. They called it Spock. And no, it was Hatter. They had Spock and then they had Hatter. Hatter was the dog, really friendly dog. She had a whole bunch of neighbors that were using the lawn chemicals, and everybody had probably the mouse stuff there. And the dog got a really, you know, it was pooping blood a lot and stuff like that. And they took it to the vet, and the vet just said it had cancer, but that was caused probably by all the chemicals it was exposed to. Camper Carol has Dave tied to her spare bed. People that suffer with mental issues do that. I just vanish from time to time. I think so too, Unstoppable Morgan. I think that, Joey just, people do that. Okay. They have an up phase and they really want to produce a lot of videos, and then they go into a kind of a slump and they just don't want to have to deal with that. I don't know, man. It's, interesting. The whole thing with Max and Lee. Again, you watch those videos of Max and Lee, and I've been watching some of the older ones, and you just look at her, Lee, and just say, well, she seems like such a nice person, and she seems to be enjoying life, and it's just really, really sad. If Dave lifts his shirt and does the truffle, I'll pay $5. What's the truffle shuffle? Truffle shuffle. Okay, $5. Come on. Let's pump up the PayPal. Let's pump up the super chat. I'll take off my shirt. $5, take off my shirt. Gosh. Come on, chasing 70. You chasing 70. Spencer Davis. Hope Dave's okay, Morgan. Been on our minds. YouTube wants his income. Hope he returns when he feels he wants to. I don't know. I said, the thing is, I've always thought that I do a critical channel. I do a critical channel, and I always thought, what if one of the people I cover does something, really crazy like that? I don't know. Well, how would I handle it? I don't know. I think I would. I've always found total transparency is a good thing. Just be transparent. And I would say, look, I'm very, very sorry. I did not intend to. I don't dislike anybody. Some of these nomads I just find weird and strange and funny, but I don't hate anybody. We can't unsee that. Well, I'm waiting for the $5. Where's my $5? The life and sad ending. You are oddly compelling, Dave. Frank Costello, Utica, New York. How you doing? Yeah, Brian, didn't Unstoppable Morgan, she keeps talking about maybe buying land. So, Morgan, if you're still here, what's the deal with that? Is that a possibility? I don't know if I'd buy land in Florida. Florida is a great place to be in the winter for 3 or 4 months, but Florida in the summer, it's just too many bugs, too many thunderstorms. You got to worry about hurricanes. It rains a lot. I don't know. I would say Eastern Tennessee up in the mountains would be a great place. Have a little plot of land. You can park there. The weather's nice there 9 months of the year. That would be neat. $10, leave it on. Okay. Yeah, I know. People say they don't watch me, Beauregard. I never watch him. But in his video yesterday, he talked all about this. I hear that all the time. I never watch him. But yesterday and the day before, he talked about this. And then he talked about that. Now that I can buy some, it's suddenly not as appealing. Who wants to sit on some land by themselves? Yeah. Well, do what Aja did. Buy a big compound and get all your friends to move in. Aja Acres there in Williams, Arizona, pandemonium. You buy the land, you subdivide it. You buy like 60 acres and then you subdivide it in 6 10-acre parcels. And then you get all your friends to buy your neighboring parcels. And then everybody kind of, it's kind of a group hangout, something like that. You don't want to be all by yourself. But I think what Aja's done, all summer it's just going to be a whole bunch of people. Oh, thank you, Morgan. Wow. $99.99. Wow. Thank you. That is so kind of you. I appreciate that. Said get a boy toy to go. Get your boy toy. Aja has a boy toy named John. She does. They really seem to be, yeah. She's always got him in the background there, and I don't know. That would be cool though to get a parcel of land, subdivide it so you have a constant coming and going of your friends. You don't have to stay there the whole time. Yeah, thank you, Morgan. Trolling the taxpayer. What are my orders for today? I'll buy land eventually, says Morgan. Right now, I'm just going to have some fun and enjoy life. I rented a boat on Thursday, and it was a blast. Okay. That's a good way to be, too. Just kind of enjoy yourself. I do like Morgan because she does travel. And I do. One of the things I really liked about Morgan was in 2020, she was constantly traveling. Some of these people, I got to just hunker down and stay in one place. And the other thing I like about Morgan is how she just doesn't care if it's cold. You can enjoy cold camping too. She's up north in Niagara Falls and Maine and Wisconsin in the wintertime. That's cool. Everybody, I see these other people, oh no, I must only go where it's 70 degrees, Then I only want to go to the same places I've been over and over again. We got the Arizona circlers now. I'm circling Arizona constantly. I'll go from northern Arizona to southern Arizona, and then back to Flagstaff, and then back to Quartzsite, and then over to Show Low, and then over to Parker, and it's like, come on, man, it's a beautiful state, but get out of Arizona. I would love to buy some land in Tennessee and put a cabin on it. There you go, Eric. There you go, Morgan. Brian and Morgan. Brian will buy the land, and then you can come hang out. I think that would be nice, Brian. And I'm only like, from Eastern Tennessee, I'm only an hour and a half, 2 hours from Eastern Tennessee. Why don't you do that? Buy some land in Eastern Tennessee, somewhere not far from Pigeon Forge and Sevierville and all that. And then I'll come over. I come over on the weekends. You can ride your motorcycle around. We could put up a big sign, nomads are welcome, and people can come by and we'll have like a little group thing there. I think that would be neat. Heffernan Acres. Come to Heffernan Acres. Morgan does, I think Morgan really does love the nomad. She's a true nomad in every sense of the word, Brenda Stewart, how you doing? JK, good morning. There you go, Brian. See? Just me and Brian. Sounds like a plan. Brian's, Brian that would float Brian's boat, right? Love Michigan, except having to go through the polar vortex. Oh my goodness. Hey, Linda. Hey, Linda, your shirt's in the mail. I'm getting your shirt in the mail on Monday, okay? I've been busy. I was making shirts for people. We did that thing back in March. I got about 8 or 9 orders. It was way more work than I thought it would be, but I'm going to hopefully get all the shirts mailed by next week. So please have patience for a Camo Dave handmade shirt that someday will be very valuable. Brian's Brian's a car guy, okay? He worked for Honda for a long time. He knows cars, so he could help Morgan fix the vehicle. He knows stuff. You need to contact Ford and negotiate a deal for a new Bronco. That's right. You got hundreds of thousands of subs. You could get a Bronco from Ford for free just as long as you promote it, That would be great. But again, you don't want a vehicle that's too reliable because then you don't have that content, right? Whoa, wait. The other Brian went in on this Morgan deal. Okay, Brian, Rutherford and Heffernan. Brian Rutherford, Heffernan, me, Morgan, Eastern Tennessee. We can fight the carpetbagger. We can fight. That would be fun. A nice little mountaintop somewhere. Bus Grease Monkey could come over we could get Scotty Kilmer. Scotty Kilmer. He's in Clarksville, Tennessee now, the car repair dude. He can come over and work on Morgan's Bronco. That would be great content. Oh, my goodness. Wouldn't that be good? Morgan should try that. He's got his place over there in Clarksville. He moved up from Houston. She should go by there and just kind of see if she can hang out with him and have him really do a once over on her vehicle. I mean, he'll tell you. I don't know what he hates VWs. I love VWs. He hates them, but the Ford Bronco, I don't know. RV Patrick. After the COVID asks, Morgan needs to travel to Europe. Morgan, how you ever thought about Europe? That would be cool. Cuba, Europe. I don't know. I think that'd be neat. Again, Canada is such a wonderful country in the summertime. I don't want to do it in the winter, but I think things are going to open up this summer. I really do. Scotty's in New Hampshire now, he's traveling up north, but I think he's coming. He's got his home base in Tennessee now, doesn't he? Rev up your engines. Frank Costello. Oh, that's right. Frank Costello already has a cabin in the Adirondacks. I'm going to try to get up there, Frank, this summer. That will be fun. Yeah, he's up near Utica. It's not far from Utica, right? But he has lousy internet. He says his internet sucks up there. It's hard to get the pups to Europe. Yeah. I think Cuba would be, I don't know. Again, the internet down there probably really sucks. You don't have, it's like a black hole. You don't have Verizon and AT&T and all that other stuff. You got the Telefonio Nacional de Cuba. That's who runs the internet down there. I don't know. It's a shame. It is a shame because I did watch that Hemingway thing on PBS last couple of days, and Havana, Cuba, up until the Castro Revolution was such a swinging, crazy place, and it's kind of sad that I don't know. It's kind of sad that you want to argue Fidel Castro, but he really kind of put a damper on all the fun down there. I read the article about you in the Washingtonian. Sounds like a really cool time. You read an article about me in the Washingtonian? Was there an article about me in the Washingtonian? Waterworld? Maybe there was. I actually had an article written about me in Northern Virginia magazine when I was doing my website, but I don't remember being written up in Washingtonian. Does military service show up on a background check? I think it would. I've never been in the military. My dad was in the Army with Tim Conway. Thank you, Morgan. Holy cow. My dogs are looking at me like, what? WTF, it's time to take them to the beach. Love your vibe, Dave. Thanks for the morning laughs. See you later. Morgan, thank you so much for being here. Think about it, though. If you want to, maybe we can put something together with Brian and Tennessee and plot of land, and that would be fun. I think you need to head north soon to get away from the bugs and the the hurricanes and the thunderstorms in Florida. But thank you for being here. What's the weather like? I think we're supposed to get some thunder boomers this afternoon, and then we're going to have a nice week. The next week's going to be nice. We've had beautiful. It's almost been summer-like weather. We're into that, thunderstormy, warmish weather. I think, after today, nice week coming up. Morganton. What's the weather like? Morgan. Oh, Morgan and Morganton. What is the deal with the guy with the eye patch who talks about Adam and others? I can't remember his channel name. Oh, Demonic Abyss. Yeah, he's a cool cat. I always liked him. He watches a lot of the bottom of YouTuber stuff. Iran was a swinging place until the Ayatollah took over. I know. All those dictators come in and take over and get rid. No more fun. I really think we made a mistake after the Spanish-American War. I really think we should have just annexed Cuba. I really think so. We got, what did we get after the Spanish-American War? We got Puerto Rico, we got Cuba, and we got the Philippines, okay? And Puerto Rico we held on to for some reason. We held on to Puerto Rico, so that's still a territory. But we let go of Cuba, and we let go of the Philippines. Now, okay, Philippines is way over on the Western Pacific. We don't need a state over there. But Cuba, right there. Can you imagine if Cuba was a state? I mean, it'd be so beautiful. That would be neat, I mean, can you imagine that would be Havana, would be a big bustling gambling city and all beautiful real estate. All that. Cuba's a big island. It's as big as Florida from end to end. Bigger. It's bigger than Florida. I mean, that would be so cool. The mountains down there. It's a mountain. It's different than Florida. Florida's flat. Cuba's got mountains and stuff. I think we should. I don't know. What are the big mistakes in American history was not to somehow hold on to Cuba and make it a state. That would have been cool. Can you imagine that? There was so much mafia corruption. Yeah, but that's true. I'm just saying it is very true. Batista was running Cuba. The mafia was running Cuba. And it wasn't good for the people, so Fidel got in there and led a peasants' revolution. But, I don't know. Can you imagine if somehow we had made a deal and Cuba, we'd just gone down there with Roosevelt or taken it over and made it our own. Cuba, USA. The East Coast, Hawaii. That's right. I think, the history would have been so much different. It's interesting. What else? I think we ought to make Puerto Rico a state. Why not? Why not? They built a ton of new Chipotle around me here in Metro Detroit. Rob Yesta. I'm fine without Chipotle. I used to eat a Chipotle like a couple times a week. I am totally fine without it. Brian, thank you so much, Brian. Everybody's doing the 99s today, like we're at the grocery store. Throwing a $20 Dave's window for gas money. Oh, thank you so much, Brian. The other Brian Rutherford. No, we don't need more states. Hey, why do we just Canada? Let's just turn all Manitoba, USA, Quebec. King Kino. Hey, King Kino, give me a call. 571-419-0463. My new dog keeps getting gulping attacks. I've had dogs do that. It's just their tummy, isn't it? Dogs eat weird crap and then they kind of get that burpy stuff and they go. It's like that guy that does the guy from Harrisburg that does all those live chats. He's always doing that. King Kino. King Kino. Hello, King Kino. Maybe not. Maybe it was somebody else. I don't know. Try again. Hello.
Hey, there we go, Dave. Sorry about that. How you been, brother?
Hi, King Kino. How you doing?
I'm Doing great. Happy Saturday to you in the chat, Brian and Tremaine and everybody else. Hope life's treating you guys great.
Yeah, it's doing very well. I've been, just kind of getting back settled here at the old homestead after a week and a half of traveling, and had a good time. It was fun hanging out with Brian, not Rutherford, Brian Heverman. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it looks great. It suits you. Life's going great. I'm sure you know Svengoolie tonight, the incredible shrinking man.
Oh, that's a good movie. That's a good movie. Yeah, I always like that one. That's one of my favorites. We'll watch that at 8 o'clock tonight, right after the 7 p.m. Eastern Time happy hour show right here on the Camo Dave channel.
Absolutely. The 7 o'clock Camo Dave channel, double shows, which is fantastic. And I just want to let you know you're doing great. Thanks for all the news. Nothing really to report, which is unfortunate. I love to give you all the scoops and all the dishes.
Yeah.
Just keep on it, man. You're doing fantastic as always. Thank you, Dave.
All right, King Kino, take care. Thank you.
So, yeah, it's been a pleasure. Take it easy, Dave.
All right, keep in touch. Bye.
Bye.
King Kino. Okay, now we got here Rosie O'Kelly and Elvis are fighting again. Elvis was on Steve S's 1994 channel and said some stuff about Rosie, and Rosie responded, "Yep, it's starting again." So what do we say about that? Elvis is just not going to let it go. Elvis is not the kind of person that'll just move on. He just isn't. It's just not going to happen. Thank you, Brenda. Everybody's doing the 99. Brenda Stewart, your shirt is in the mail. I think it'll come Monday or Tuesday. I don't know what you do with Elvis. Elvis is just an angry guy, and he's not going to change. And getting bounced off of YouTube twice now, 3 times. I think it's been 3 times now. If you look at the whole year. I think Elvis is one of those people that just kind of needs to say, maybe it's just time to rethink his life and do something else. YouTube was fun, but there's other things in life. And I think some of the nomads we watch, I think are getting to the point where I think they're just, being slaves to YouTube, Again, the question is, am I enjoying this? Okay. I look at myself and I like doing these videos. I wake up in the morning and I go, most mornings I'm like, I can't wait to put together my video. I enjoy that. When I go on a vacation like I did last week, I like working YouTube into it. I just enjoy doing it. Now if there comes a day when I don't enjoy it, it's like miserable. And there are days like that. Everybody has you have a job and you like your job, but there's always a couple days now and then that sucks, That's okay. That's just part of the plan. But if it really gets to the point where every damn day, I can't take it anymore. Then it's time to maybe, Elvis is still a, middle-aged guy. He can change some things, but he's just got to the point where the YouTube-y thing is just not there for him anymore, I had the latest update on Tucker we got from Kevin overnight was that Tucker is okay. They stopped the bleeding. And, the sad thing about that is if it was maybe the poison that was contained in the vehicle that Kevin didn't know about for rats and stuff, hopefully the dog will be okay. I don't know. It depends on how much Tucker ate and how long it's been in his system. I don't know if that's it. It may be something else. $99 are phone donations. Oh, is that right? Really? If you make a donation on Super Chat on the phone, you can do a 99. It comes out 99. But if you do it on the computer, it's 0. Huh? I didn't know that. So if someone wants to make a $20 donation, it comes out to 90. Why do they do that? That's weird. That's weird. That's right. Blind viewers can do that. I'm stealing Cold War valor. Yes, I was alive during the Cold War, but I was in the Cold War. I was a spy in the Cold War. They said, yeah. I was. I worked in Berlin, but it's all been wiped off of my background check, so you'll never see that. But I was a military intelligence sneak in Berlin back in the 80s. That's what I did. That's right. Yes. The Potsdam. Good morning, cancer fighter. You can Zell to Dave's phone number. I do. You can, if you want to Zell to 571-419-0463. Is that how they say it? Zelly? Zell or Zelly? Is Elvis alive? That's a good question. I don't know. North New York should be a state. Shake off the city. I've always thought about rearranging some of the states, and I always thought that I do think maybe New York City and Long Island should be separated from the rest of New York and make 2 states out of it. Take the North and South Dakota and make 1 state out of it because there's nobody out there. California definitely should be divided into at least 2 states, maybe more. California North and California South. I think so. You can chop Texas up. It's a huge state. East and West Texas or... I don't know, man. Yeah, we just keep doing that. Just let's flip everything around. What the heck? Beverly Steer, nice to see you. How's everything in New Jersey? New Jersey. That's right. I was cold in the Cold War. Yeah. I remember I had a history professor at JMU, Mrs. Marshall. She's a nice lady, had a big Southern accent, but I remember her saying, one thing I know for sure, that'll never, the Germanys will never be reunited. They are going to be permanent for the rest of history as 2 different countries. That's what she said. And she was a really nice history teacher at JMU, but I think she got it a little bit wrong, don't you think? Now, the Koreas, the Koreas will stay apart probably forever, but the Germanys, Elvis is buried in his own backyard in true hillbilly style. That's right. Is Maxima's minibus Mary here? Man, she had a tough time the other day. She's driving down the Massachusetts Turnpike and she's buying a truck, and then the truck starts dropping rocks, and then boom, boom, her tires go flat. Isn't that crazy? I don't know, man. Here in Texas, we're gonna succeed and take New Mexico with us. I don't think New Mexico's gonna want to go. You're going to have to do it on your own, Texas. New Mexico is going to say, no, we don't want to do that. I'm in the old Eastern Bloc, Bulgaria. Oh, are you? I have a friend, my college roommate, Nelson. I think he still lives in the Richmond area. He wanted to move to Sofia, Bulgaria last year, permanently relocate there. He thinks that, he says it's a very friendly town. A lot of people speak English, very low cost of living for Europe, a nice climate. But he couldn't do it because of the pandemic and all the restrictions. But I think he's still planning to do that one of these days. And that would be a cool place. We did see, what was their name? I can't think. What a cool place for nomads would be, like the Balkan Peninsula, Bulgaria, Romania, stuff like that. That would be very interesting. But again, the pandemic, it's hard to travel to Europe now. There's still, I think United States, I think we're going to be back to more or less normal by the summer because there's so much vaccine here now. But Europe is not getting the vaccine like we are. They said we're already at 20 or 30 or 40% of most, people over 16 that have at least had 1 shot. You'd like to see Korea. I would like to see under soulful leadership. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's crazy, isn't it? I mean, what about BV? What about BVGB moves? Poland's a cool place. Yeah, I don't know. RVing across Poland. Wouldn't that be neat? I've been on a beer trip to Sofia, Bulgaria. It's very cheap, Daniel. Yeah, my friend seems to like Sofia. It's kind of like a funky place. Low cost of living, nice climate, friendly people, a lot of English spoken there. I don't know, that might be cool. Line Screw 1? Who is what? Is Line Screw here? I'm seeing people. GB Moves is shouting out people. Duck and cover. They had a whole thing in the Cold War Museum, Vint Hill, Virginia, near Warrenton. They have this barn there, 2 levels, and it's a really nice place. and they have a whole thing on duck and cover. Yeah, they have that when we were kids, you're in your elementary school class, and you hear the siren go off, you go under your desk and duck and cover, and that's going to protect you from the nuclear bomb. Yeah. Carol Hall got 2 pounds of Starbucks coffee yesterday thanks to the gift card. That's right. Carol won the Camo Dave birthday month prize package swag thing, right? And it was a Starbucks gift card in it. Well, I'm glad the card worked. Thank you. Yeah. I think the NFL will be pretty much back to normal. I do, baseball, things are coming back this year. It's just, again, we don't want to rush it. Want to make sure, there's still a lot of people who haven't gotten the vaccine yet, but hopefully by the midsummer, things will be looking better. Sophie is not so cheap now. Yeah. Well, that's what happens. You get a cheap city, then everybody wants to move there, and then it gets more expensive, It's only cheap for a while. I can recommend Budapest, Hungary. Yeah, Daniel. My friend Nelson liked Budapest a lot too. He liked like a lot of cities in Poland. I think he's very much into Eastern European women. I think that's a big reason why he wants to go there. A lot of those guys that go to the Philippines, they like to go to the Philippines because they've got, the Filipino women are very pretty, I don't know. Babel Brooks, yeah, I know. There's a lot of people. I think that's one reason. I honestly think that's one reason why it's relatively easy now to get a vaccine here in Western North Carolina. Pretty much every pharmacy has them, is the fact that there's a lot of people in this part of the country that just don't trust the vaccines. So they ship it out here to these rural areas, and they don't have the demand. They really don't have the demand because I think there are a lot of people living up mountains, kind of conservative people, maybe some truck people that just don't trust the government and don't want to get a vaccine. And you know what? That's the way it is. Remember when we didn't have any immunity to COVID, a church choir practiced? Yeah, I know. Yeah, again, even if not everybody gets the vaccination, if most people get it, it's still going to mean, it's going to get better. It's getting better. As the Beatles said, it's getting better every day. Pneumatic weather got first vaccine shot yesterday. No arm soreness, no side effects, nothing. Yeah, I go back for my second shot on Tuesday. I get on the 13th. I don't know, the 13th. So I got my first shot. Yeah, the 3 weeks. They give you the second Pfizer 3 weeks later. So that I'm just, I felt so much better just getting the first shot because they say the first shot you get 80% protection. So the first shot is okay. It's good. But, then you want to get it like 90% and it lasts longer if you get the second shot. So first shot is good. Remember the iron lung. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Again, I grew up right after that whole thing with yeah, wow. Crazy. The iron lung. Went to Riga, Latvia 10 years ago. My sister married an Estonian guy, so they go back to Tallinn a lot. And we saw Bald and Bankrupt in Tallinn not that long ago. Polio, I was thinking of polio. I was a kid. We all got those little sugar cubes. You'd eat the sugar cubes at school. And, that was, I don't know, the oral vaccine. Maybe they can get that. Yeah. Vaccinate. Shemay called in 2 X's. What? Shemay called? Oh, 2 times. Did she call? Let me check. Let me check my phony phone. She did. She called 3 times. Well, we will call her back. Hello, Shemay. Yes.
I called to let you know about the 99-cent versus the even change.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did not know that.
By phone, like for example, I have an iPhone, so payments go through Apple.
Yeah. Oh.
It's my computer. Because YouTube is Google, it goes through Google Pay.
Oh, okay.
So it's 2 different payment systems.
Okay.
Some people. That's all I wanted. I was trying to tell you. I couldn't write it in the chat box.
Hey, what's going on with your van now? Have you done any work on it?
anything. I have ministry stuff going on. I'm in the middle of. I am now elected elder in my church.
Yay! Okay.
So I'm in the middle of a church conference actually, but today is the kids.
Oh, okay.
Right now, and so I don't have any kids.
Have you penciled in maybe a time when you're going to be taking mom out to the Grand Canyon, looking at maybe July or August or something?
Oh, yeah, we're almost ready. She was vaccinated last week, so they told her 2 weeks she would be fully vaccinated.
Oh, so she's got both of her shots. Good.
Yeah, she's ready to go. She wants to learn how to play the guitar.
Oh, she can serenade you.
Yeah, I gotta find a left-handed guitar for her, and then we're out of here.
Wow. Okay. All right. Sounds like fun.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to be out there when it's too hot.
No. Yeah. Maybe not July. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. I'm planning, maybe, I don't know. I was planning to fly out to Phoenix sometime, maybe not through the summer, maybe into the fall when it's a little cooler. But, yeah. And I definitely want to go see the Grand Canyon because I've seen it on airplanes many times. Thought when you land in Vegas, every time there's the Grand Canyon out the right window. But yeah, I've never been down there and actually been there. Yeah.
I want to see the hole in the ground up close.
That's right.
I over it all the time. I want to actually see it up close. And my birthday's coming up in August, and I'm going to have a party.
Oh, wow.
51st birthday party.
Wow.
In Princeton. So I need some names to invite. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe you should hang out with Aja there in Williams, Arizona. They could have a part. She could have one of her rave parties for you. That would be you and your mom there, and the guitar and the rave party and all the nomads. I don't know. Let's see if we can make it work. Wouldn't that be fun?
It's going to be a line dance party. Yes.
Yeah.
Slide.
Doxinator says you should buy a Jimi Hendrix guitar. He was left-handed. Yeah, that would be a little expensive. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, Dave, I can afford it.
Doxinator, yeah, she can afford it, she says, yeah. The Camo Dave Army Grand Canyon Meetup Extravaganza. Yeah, I'm liking it.
All right. Well, we'll make it happen.
We'll get Rosie to come down. She can come down, drive over, from Vegas. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, definitely. Rosie modified her band. Did you see that video?
No, I haven't seen that video yet. No.
Yeah, she uploaded it this morning. She modified her band, so she's ready to go.
Oh, okay. Great. All right, Shimei, you take care. Have a good one.
All right, you too.
Bye. That's Shimei, New Jersey. Yeah, you still got plans to take mom to the Grand Canyon. Oh, yeah. Slab City News. Do you even live in Slab City? What's the news anymore? They always like Fire of the Week. Slab City Fire of the Week. Wrigley Field? I don't know, man. Anyway, how's everybody doing this morning? We had Unstoppable Morgan here a little while ago. That was nice. No pet realizes they're a pet. Pets don't you have these little dogs, they go chasing Great Danes and crap. They don't realize they're little tiny thing, Pets I think pets just think they're part of the family. They don't know what they look like. They're just part, they don't realize I'm a pet and that's a human. They're just part of your family, That's the way a pet thinks, right? The pet. They make great pets. Pamela, she runs the hood. Oh, Beaver Den, I'm late to the party. I got my shot against Mad Cow. Yeah, she was here this morning. Two $99 donations. Wasn't that nice? Thank you very much. Nights with Tony the Tiger. Oh, yeah, I saw you posted something new. I'll have to watch that. I haven't watched it yet. I'm still subbed. I'm like, but I was busy this morning and I had to get ready for the show. Oh, the Jersey. Yeah, New Jersey. The one thing that you really Jersey has these farm stands in the summertime, and the corn and the tomatoes. A Jersey big beefy Jersey tomato. It's out of this world. It is totally out of this world. You're a great pet, Tony TTT. Oh, you're also watching American Greed. When pets go to the dog park, they learn if they're not the big dog or not. Yeah. Yeah, the alpha or the beta or the gamma or the delta, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's, every time you have two pets, right? Two dogs, one's the alpha dog, one's the, they immediately rank themselves, don't they? Oh, yeah. Cats don't do that, do they? Or dogs do the alpha, beta, one dog will always take precedence over the other, but with cats, I don't know, they're kind of more democratic or fascist, I don't know. I woke up after my shot and found my eyes were crossed. God. I have not heard that side effect, Tasmod. I don't know. Hello, Jackie. How you doing? Cats do rank, huh? They rank. Yeah, I'm sure all animals have their rankings. Yeah. I bet none of your cats or dogs runs like my cats or dogs. They have total control over my life. Yeah. Yeah, cats do, huh? Tony, are you memeing Jordy? Ooh. Remember Jordy? Whatever happened to Jordy? Cats are psycho. They definitely are. When I was watching Susan's cat, Susan had the pit bull tank, and she had a cat, and the cat would be okay most of the time. Cat lived in her room, but the day before Susan would come home, the cat would poop all over the bed. And I'm just like, what is the cat trying to? This cat had like ESP, or you could sense that Susan was coming home, and then she'd poop all over the bed. And she did it every day, the day before Susan came home. And I'm like, what's the cat? And then when Susan would come in the door, Tank would run up and greet her and wag his tail, and the cat would just slink away. The cats are strange. They're very scary. Robert the Traveler, nice to see you here. Yeah, you're still doing like radio station towers and stuff. That would be cool. I got a friend who is moving to Martinsville, Virginia, which is over north of Greensboro, over by Danville, south of Roanoke. And he bought a house, and he's got a big bomb shelter in the basement. So we're gonna. He said I can come out. He said he has to get the house fixed up through the summer. Then I'm welcome to come out and couch surf for a couple days. So I'm looking forward to that. He's near the big NASCAR stadium out there. Emmett says I'm not a pet. I'm a four-legged child. Yeah, that's what the doggies think. Tomato sandwich. You can make a tomato sandwich with a Jersey tomato. It really has that much taste. Yeah, you don't realize. You just get used to these wimpy, watery tomatoes, No cats for me, thank you. I think Elvis and Line Screw are of the same ilk. It'd be nice to see that kind of a collab between Elvis and Line Screw. I think that would be very interesting. Our cat always knew we were coming home. She raced our car and got to the house before we pulled in. It's funny when my dad had a psychic link to our old dog, Kanga Rooney. We was Kanga, but we called him Rooney. Dad would usually come home around 6 o'clock in the evening, but some days he'd come home at 2, and the dog always knew that. There was no way the dog could know that. But if you saw the dog out there at like 1:45, standing by the window, wagging his tail, waiting, and go, is Dad coming home early today? And Dad would come home at 2 o'clock. The dog knew. That dog knew. Your dog only runs if I pay him money. Grocery store tomatoes are not the same. They're not, JK. They're shipped in from who knows where, and I don't know. But yeah, you got if you're in New Jersey, go out in like Vineland or someplace and find a good farm stand. Route 40, I think Route 40 cuts through New Jersey there. South Jersey, down to Vineland, down to Atlantic City. Take the old back road, not the expressway. And there are some wonderful farm stands down there, and you'll get some great tomatoes. Base camp in Arizona. I'm going to be hanging out with a buddy there near Apache Junction. I am not an animal. I am the elephant man. Yeah, God. Yeah, NASCAR's in Martinsville now. Yes, he's right. He said he's only a mile or two from the NASCAR stadium, and you could actually sit in his backyard and you can hear all that because that's noisy, all those racing. He said you can sit in the backyard, have a drink in the trees on the side of the mountain, and you could hear the roar of engines from the track. You know, this town here, Morganton, is a big motorcycle place. People come to Morganton, and now you can tell the motorcycle gangs are coming here. They come here, the groups, the clubs, whatever you call them, and they come here and then they do their mountain treks. We're only half an hour, 40 minutes from the mountains here. So the pretty roads, 118, 181, whatever it's called, Blue Ridge Parkway. They're all like really close to here. And they go up in the mountains on beautiful spring and summer weekends. And last night, you're sitting here and you can hear the roaring. Big groups of people coming through town. So it's already started. But this is a big, they should really market this as, motorcycle capital of the world. And it's kind of like a East Coast Sturgis almost. They should really do that in Morganton. The tourism department should really market this as the East Coast Sturgis. Sometime around maybe May or something. I think that would be a big thing because even during the pandemic, there were like big groups of motorcycle groups coming here. We have some craft breweries. We have some good restaurants. They come through here and then they go on these big treks up in the mountains. Tomatoes on the stem. Kathy Nightingale, M&M Audits, Phoenix. Yeah, I hear that. It's friggin' hot already, huh? You live near the New Hampshire Speedway, and every weekend somebody was speeding around. Dog farts. My sister's dogs, Brian and I were just getting driven nutty by my sister's old dogs last week. And, they just, one old dog is just losing it, loopy, and she just pees. She'll just be sitting there just looking at you and peeing, when you're like, okay. Yeah, we had an old towel. We just soak in soap and just clean up after her. But the poor old dogs. Casey Roman sent me $100 on PayPal. No, she didn't. You lie. Why are you always lying? Why are you always lying, Doxinator? I can't tell if he's lying. I don't even see Casey Roman here. Casey Roman. I'd like to go visit Casey. She's here in North Carolina. Article nomads are here in North Carolina. It's a big state. We got a lot of nomads here. I'm checking the PayPal, okay? Oh, I did get a PayPal. Who's that from? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Steven. Steven sent me $5. Thank you, Steven. I want to thank Daryl. Daryl, before the show today, I got a $25 PayPal from him. Thank you very much, Daryl. I want to thank Mary, Mark, and Brenda for their kind PayPals yesterday. Don't want to forget them. I want to go visit Ox. Yeah, he sounds like a fascinating person. Oh, my goodness. We got bulletin here from Mr. Kazupski. Oh, no. Bad news in Death Valley. A death in Death Valley. Holy cow. Mr. Rockford. No, I don't think Casey sent me $100. I think Doc Snyder's just having he lies a lot. He's just lying. Driving through the Great Smoky Mountains on Monday was wonderful. Yeah. In his brand new Honda. Yeah. My housemate had to get his Acura fixed yesterday. $1,400 for a new alternator and a battery and a few other things. It's expensive. My dog just lost a tooth yesterday. Her breath smells better. My sister her little old dogs have rotten teeth, and they do kind of have that kind of funky smell about them. Yeah. Very old dogs. And my sister said she couldn't go on her trip with the family down to Disney unless I came up and watched her dogs because she didn't trust anybody else with them. They do love me. Let's see here. Where was that article? Mr. Rockford, the Camo Dave Army, our Midwest reporter. Let me see here. I'll punch up the article. I think my phone here, my computer here is overheating. It's really running. It's not doing anything. It's just sitting here. I don't know why it is. I might need to turn it off. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is according to who is this? Yahoo News, AP. Arizona tourist died and his wife was rescued Friday after their vehicle got 2 flat tires and they went missing in Death Valley National Park, California. Alexander Lofgren, 32, and Emily Henkel, 27, were found on a steep ledge near Willow Creek in the desert park, but Lofgren was dead, according to the statement from the Inyo Creek Sheriff's Office. Henkel was flown to Lemoore Naval Air Station for treatment. No immediate word on her condition. The Tucson residents, described as experienced campers, failed to return Sunday from a camping trip and were reported missing on Tuesday. Authorities searched hotels and major tourist attractions along the highway and checked Lofgren's backcountry itinerary. They found the couple's missing Subaru. Wow! 2 flat tires headed to Mormon Point, and they only had 3 days worth of water. So they were driving in Death Valley. They had 2 flat tires. They only had a certain amount of water. Holy cow. I guess that's why they call it Death Valley. Man. It's one of Death Valley in the Mojave Desert is one of the driest and hottest places in the world. It's had highs in the 90s this week. The rugged park has claimed several lives over the years. Man, that's bad. That's sad. Be careful. The fish are fine. The fish were fine. The water got cloudy, but the fish survived. They seem to be fine the whole time. Old dogs smell funny. So do old people. They do. Black. Rockfart. Yeah, I don't know. It was a lot. Yeah, he had a few other things done to the car too, but that's a lot. My dad had an old Audi, and my dad passed away, and then I drove the Audi around for many years after that. It is a nice car, big old Audi 100. But I tell you, every time I took it in for service, it was $2,800 every time, and it'll always be $2,800. That we needed to do this and this and this, $2,800. Okay, well, it's a German car. Then next year you take it in for its service, same thing, $2,800. But, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, we're all hoping Tucker's okay. We really are. Again, I hope it's not that he ate some of the poison that may have been, from the previous owner. But, you need to, that's a thing to remember. If you buy an old RV, buy a used RV, make sure it gets a really good cleaning before you let your pets go into it, okay? Now, I'm not sure that's what happened here. We don't know. We have no idea. But considering what the fact that poor Tucker was really bleeding badly, and that came on so suddenly like that, you kind of wonder if it wasn't something like that. Nappy, I am allowed to make a donation to Wounded Warrior on your Facebook. Yes. Napping Nana there in Napping Nana in Nampa, Idaho. She is making a blanket for the Doxinator, and she does not want any remuneration for it. But she said if he wants to help, send her some money for whatever. That she has a Wounded Warrior link on her Facebook page. Yeah, considering GB moves, when you have an older car, you don't have monthly payments on it. You got to, you do get the repair bills, and they sometimes can be a little staggering. You got to realize, spread it out over the year, okay? Okay, $2,800 divided by 12, no car is ever going to be free, okay? It's either going to be under warranty and you're making big, heavy payments on it, or it's, you got to pay for the repairs, but it is, you own it. You don't. But then you don't want to get in a position where you have a payment on it every month and you have to pay for repairs. That can be nasty. Probably that RV was was a rear duality. One tire went, and then the second tire couldn't carry the weight of the weight alone, and then went flat tire too. I thought they said it was a Subaru or something, wasn't it? It was like I don't know. That's right. The movie tonight, The Incredible Shrinking Man. I'm looking for a new Toyota RAV4 Hybrid Prime, and there are not going to be none to be found. Yeah, John. There's shortages. I was reading in on one of my YouTube feeds that there is a shortage of rental cars now. Last year, the demand for rental cars were way low, so a lot of these places like Hertz and Avis and stuff, Enterprise, got rid of a lot of their cars just because nobody was renting them. Now, this year, the demand for rental cars is way up, and it's now hard to get new cars to replace those because there's shortages of chips and other manufacturing things because of the pandemic. So now the prices for cars are going to go up, but the price now for rental cars has like doubled or tripled. What you could get a good rental car for $300 for whatever it is now going to cost you like a $900. DNS Tube Audio, thank you so much. Your shirt is going to be in the mail this week, okay? I'm getting it all taken care of. I had a week and a half there in Northern Virginia with my sister's dogs, and I'm getting all the shirts ready to get mailed. Some have been already mailed, and others will be mailed in the upcoming weeks. So stay tuned, okay? It's coming. I haven't forgotten about you. The incredible shrinking donations, yeah. No, we've done very well today, Doxy. Thanks to Morgie. I'm a YouTube millionaire. I'm a YouTube thousandaire. That's right. Slumdog millionaire. I have a permit for the Sierra Wilderness, Mount Langley, Mount Whitney. Wow, 14,000-foot mountain. Cindy. Yeah, GB Moves. He's the first person in the West Coast to get a Camo Dave shirt. Oh, yeah. That's right. Car rental prices are too high. I'm thinking of driving cross country. Yeah. I was thinking, I did not want to drive little Adam up to my sister's place. It's a 7-hour drive. And I'm like, little Adam's been slowly falling apart this year, but he still runs okay around here. And I'm thinking, well, I could rent a car. And then, of course, Brian came to the rescue. Hey, let's do a road trip. So, yeah. But it's like, yeah, I probably would have had some shock there dealing with the prices. Yeah. Get out of the city. Morgan found out you have yet to find Mrs. Right. I don't think I'm ever going to find Mrs. Right. I'm just not the marrying kind, I tell everybody, the women fall for me, and then I go, honey, I'm just not the marrying kind. Sorry, but I am. I'm kind of a big deal on YouTube. I sent USM an email to visit the show. Oh, did you? Doxinator's responsible for that? Gigi Toe. He ought to know. He ought to know. I don't know. Dave 2D is an interesting cat. He's very tall, by the way. I mean, he's like 7 foot tall. You ever see him doing his skateboarding around the house there in Michigan? He's like his head is inches from the ceiling. Who is Mrs. Right? There isn't a Mrs. Right. There's no Mr. Right and there's no Mrs. Right. There's Dave. I don't know. I'm used to being a solo guy. Texas Tornado. 1959. Thank you very much. I'll give you a call one of these days. We need to chat. Now we got to say thank you to Texas Tornado. Where's Camo Bear? Oh, I got to show you this. This came from Camp Goer 1 yesterday. Well, first off, let's do this. Thank you, Texas Tornado. I love you. It's Camo Bear. Hi. Oh, look what Camp Goer 1 sent me yesterday. Look at this. Really cool. It's kind of I guess this is a Western themed necklace. And if you look on it here, I didn't notice this at first. Camo Dave. Isn't that nice? That is so cool. I love it. That is so neat. Thank you, Linda. Man, I was really, and it's got a little compass here. So if I get lost, I can find my way. If I get lost up in the Great Smokies, I'll just go, okay, east, west, head for Asheville. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate that. That was very nice of you. Yeah, we got you too much Dave TV, too much Dave 2D, huh? Maybe I will. I'll get the pink camo pants out tonight and wear the necklace, right? Isn't that nice? I don't know what I can put on this. I get a little locket with my Doxinator's picture and I'll stick that on here. Wouldn't that be nice? She is a nice, yeah. You know, we had a little dispute the other day, but she said, the thing. Here's the thing. There are some people that you have little arguments with and disputes with, and you work through them and you get over them. And then there are other people where they just you make one step out of line and they'll never talk to you again. How do you deal with people like that? Campgoer one, sometimes we get little disputes, but, we always come back. It's like, we always kind of like, okay, I'm sorry. Or, I shouldn't have said this and you should have done this. And, but we, I don't know. It's beautiful. It's very nice. Maybe she could make one for you. Doxinator. A hanging noose. Is that what this is? I could do that. Little Adam's keys. Yeah, I could do that. That'd be good. I still got a car that you have to have a key for. Yeah, it's like old. Oh, it's a real old car, right? You don't know what just a button you push. No, you got to turn it. Dave 2D's dimples. I'm swagged out today. That's right. It's a lanyard. It's a lanyard. Yeah, it's not a necklace. Exactly. It's a lanyard. It's not a necklace. It's a lanyard. I'm trying to send a super chat, but for some reason I'm getting an error message. I don't know. Try my PayPal. PayPass. How do I do this? PayPal.me/DCRTV. If you have trouble with the super chats, there's always PayPal. Campgoer one is medicine woman. Yes, she does. She knows a lot about. She had the V. She had COVID back in July, and she got herself back to health. Thank you very much, Beaver Den. Now, how do I send snail mail? I have a circuit machine. Okay. Doo-doo-doo. There it is. 104 North Green Street, number 116, Morganton, NC 28655. I love getting swag. Oh, there's Shimei. Shimei got it too. Thank you. What is a circuit machine? Is that like a Raspberry Pi? I'd like to get a Raspberry Pi. I don't know. I've always wanted one of those. That's right. Send me a Raspberry Pi. Thank you, the Beaver Den. Shimei beat me. Stop beating me, Shimei. Oh, beat me to the punch. Yeah. The Mojave phone booth. I don't know if we should put that in there. Yeah, I don't know. We don't want to dox people and put their phone numbers on here. I love the sound. Yeah. The sound of keyboards, computer keyboards. Yes. Cricket, it cuts out shapes. The chat will self-destruct. That's right. We've got 5 more minutes to go. And then we have another chat today at 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. Eastern every Saturday night. We're getting back to our normal schedule now of, 4 chats a week. I'm enjoying that. I do 2 chats on Saturday, and then I do a chat on Tuesday and Thursday. I kind of like that. It's kind of spread out, I don't know. Boysenberry is my favorite. I don't know if I've ever had boysenberry pie. I like lemon meringue. I like, what other kind of pies? Oh, I love pumpkin pie. Pumpkin's one of my favorites. I did too. I never learned typing. I still do this. Yeah, I've always been doing that my whole life. There's no one at the phone booth. Cranberry and vodka night. That's right. Dave, what's the time there? We are 10:57 a.m. here in the morning, Eastern Daylight Time. That's right. So you are in Euro. Oh yeah, you're in Euro. That's right. You're a good 7 hours ahead of us. Ronnie was waiting for the percolator to start on my electric plate, which was not plugged in. Oh, jungle gyms. I'd love to go to one of those jungle gyms. Yeah, they're out in like Ohio and stuff, Midwest. Yeah, one of the reasons to live in Ohio would be the jungle gyms. Yeah, I'd love to go there. Hunt and peck. That's right. It's 8 a.m. That's right. It's just becoming, the sun is just coming up. Oh, man. All right, everybody. We're going to have to put an end to this today. I appreciate all the kind donations. Morgan, Unstoppable Morgan, thank you so much for showing up. That was very, very nice of you. Brian Rutherford, Brenda, Stewart, DNS Tube Audio, Texas Tornado 59, Beaver Den, and the PayPals, Daryl, Mary, Mark, Brenda, and Steven. Thank you very much. Have you ever had a jelly pie? No, but I was in England. I went to the London Museum in England, and they have eel pie. They eat eel pie. I should have at least had a taste of it, but I couldn't even. That's a big thing in England. Eel pie. Ugh, it's kind of black. It's disgusting looking. Congress needs to get their crap together and make daylight sometimes perfect. I would like daylight savings time the whole year. The only problem with that is the sun would come up like at 8 or 9 o'clock in the winter time for a couple months, and kids are going to be out at the bus stops, in the dark. That's why they do that. If literally, if you get to December here, the sun doesn't come up till like 8:30 or 9. And we don't want our kids standing at the bus stops in jet black dark at 7 a.m. Thank you, Charla. Thank you, Open Land Sydney. Thank you, Brenda Stewart. Check your mail probably Monday or Tuesday. Your shirt is coming. I know I'm stocked up okay. I hit the ABC store a couple days ago. I'm very good. Sarah Cox. I got to give you a call, Sarah. Is everything going okay? She was having some health issues. The shark heads are in season. Oh, really? Shark heads? Ugh. Ugh. Shark brains. What are we having for lunch? Sure, we're having some shark brains. Anyway. All right, everybody. Thank you for being here. You all have a wonderful rest of your Saturday, and I'll see you at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight for another episode of the show. And let's send our good wishes out to a Kemper Van Kevin. If we hear any more about Tucker, we'll let you know. Tucker's one of our favorite YouTube nomad dogs, and we honestly hope everything's okay with Kevin. Last we heard, they was still at they stopped the bleeding. The dog's having IV at the vet, and we will let you know. Hopefully everything will turn out okay. Thank you, John. You all have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you later. Vlog under.